I don't know.
Hi, Daniel.
Don't. Let me check the stream. You have to introduce yourself.
Oh,
No, lah,
live, huh?
no.
Start
Yep,
ready.
we are live actually. Okay, we are good. And hello, good. Take take two. Hello and welcome. And Daniel here. I have Samantha Lee. Samantha is a friend. Okay, so Samantha and I are very passionate about food in very different way. I won't. She's I don't like to describe her as a food artist because like that's so passe. But I would like to say like she's a friend who's like want to challenge herself in terms of different areas of food that she actually went to took like cotton blue, try to up her skill. Because previously you said, my cooking is really like just housewife for the
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
but but
I still do.
oh no, you do really good stuff. I remember coming to your house and eating like that round meatball with like I can't remember. I think
Oh,
the
that
Teju
that that
dragon
I
ball.
yeah, the Taiwanese dish,
Yes, yeah,
the giant meatball with cabbage.
yeah, and yeah, we do talk a lot about food.
Yeah, that's all our conversation is all about food.
Got other stuff, but yeah, mostly
Yeah.
about food. And I got her here today to actually as usual to share a life changing food or a life changing food experience with us. So Samantha, welcome on the show.
Hi, Daniel. Thank you for having me.
Hi.
I have no idea what to talk about, when you told me that, Sam, let's talk about your favorite food. I was like, huh? I have lots of favorite food.
Yes, I know you do.
And and it, and I thought this is going to be a live with our face on it, talking about food, and maybe I'm eating some food, you're eating some food, and talk about it. But after that you told me no, it's just a podcast. So I got really nervous. Like,
Oh my God! I
how are we
thought
going to do this?
you actually want to send some food so we'll be eating together. Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll do that. We'll do that another time in person where things are safer. Yeah. And but at the same time, like, cheers. Have a drink. I'm drinking coffee at the moment. Unfortunately,
I'm drinking water.
it's
I'm still
okay.
still having my fasting while talking about food.
Okay. So what is your life changing food, Sam?
Life-changing food. Um, I would say when I travel to Turkey,
Okay.
something
When was
that
this?
I maybe 5, 6 years ago.
Okay.
I've been there twice. So
Hmm.
the very first trip when I was there, they brought me around to try their local food. And I've never tried Turkish food before, besides kebabs and all. So
Okay.
they gave me a plate of really tiny dumplings. It looks like dumplings to me. It is. It is. It's called Monty. I think it's
Yep.
pronounced as Monty or Mantu, something like that. So it's basically a mini size dumplings.
Okay.
It's minced lamb or minced beef or minced chicken, something like that. It's really tiny, and it goes with garlic yogurt, infused olive oil, some chili flakes. It's delicious. I've never tasted anything like that. I never tasted my dumpling in that size and with that type of sauce. So it was so delicious.
And it's so. What dumplings are these? Like, are these like steamed dumplings, or are they because dumpling comes in so many different form and size like that?
Yes, I believe they boil it
Okay.
and then they top up with the sauce that I mentioned.
And like, who introduced you to this dumpling actually? Like,
The Turkish. My
no,
friends. My Turkish friends, of course.
yeah. So like, was there any expectation? Like they just like, hey, Sam, let's just go out and eat, or so on.
Yeah, it was there. Okay, we were at the lounge, at
Okay.
the airport lounge actually.
Oh,
I was having this project with Turkish Airlines.
mhm.
So their lounge served lots of food. Not international food though. Usually when you go to the airport lounge, right, they serve
Yeah.
international food, but in Turkey, they serve just Turkish food.
Okay.
So all kind of Turkish pizza, all kind of Turkish food. It was so delicious.
I'm
And
actually surprised that you actually like. I know
and
you
this is not
travel.
this is not like something from the restaurant, right? I know you'll be
Yeah.
saying you must be thinking so lame. You had your Turkish food at the lounge, but according to my Turkish friends, they say they actually serve really good Turkish food at the lounge.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
did. I didn't know that
I,
or per se, but it's
me too.
but it's I okay. So although this is season one, fairly new podcast, and I would never imagine someone will come and say like, yeah, this is the nicest thing I had in the airport.
Really not lying. And the other food that blow my mind away was the also in Turkey.
Okay, so let's go back to the dumpling first. Okay,
Okay, the
I want
dumpling.
okay, I want to know like why, like, I mean, you come from this part of the world. You come from Asia, and we
Mm,
eat we have so many different type of dumpling. We have the gyoza, we have the mando, we
yeah.
have like wonton, and like all this kind of dumpling. Like, why were you like?
Mm,
Why did that leave such a deep impression in your mind?
I think because of the size and also the sauce that came with it. You should Google and
How
have a look.
how, how big is the size? Like, how will you describe it?
Maybe a centimeter
Maybe a centimeter.
after
So
after you boil it. So imagine there's
okay.
that tiny piece of square dough
Hmm.
wrapped with the minced meat.
So essentially, it's like it's basically like a square piece of dough. Then
Mm-hmm.
they fold it up in corners, right? Is
Yes,
it?
yes.
So it's very similar. Like what's the oh my god, my Middle Eastern dessert thing is off already. Uh, ah, I cannot remember.
Can you Google?
Uh,
Can you see?
I can Google. No, but I'm trying to figure out that there's a Middle Eastern dessert that I like, but it's not, which is not babosa, but oh yeah, is it Shambia? Yeah, but that's basically like, so okay, so it's actually fold it in that way, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what's the sauce on it actually? Like, how would you describe the sauce?
Uh, it's a
Like,
garlic yogurt sauce.
okay,
Okay, it's like a yogurt sauce. Tastes a bit garlicky, and then have some kind of spice infused with olive oil, and then they sprinkle some chili flakes, some um, dried mint. It sounds really simple, but you have to taste it.
like does the combination?
Of course, the minced meat, right? Okay, usually we don't add any spices into
Mhm.
our minced meat, but they do. So I think it tastes very similar to our Asian dumplings, but
Uh-huh.
yet it's more appetizing in their
So,
way.
you like what are the stuff that you can taste? Like, are you like we clearly have no research over this, but like what are the stuff that you
It
can remember?
it tastes a lot like dumpling.
It tastes a lot of dumpling, like kebab.
with with spices.
Okay, so what sort of spices are we talking about? Like a lot of
Uh,
cumin? Are we talking about like
no, it's not overpowering
oh, okay,
spices. No, it's not. It's not. It still tastes like dumpling.
interesting. So that actually leaves quite an interesting impression.
Yeah, it's the sauce. It's the sauce that came with it that will wow you. Like, what is this? What is the dumpling in yogurt? And some oil.
Have you tried to replicate this before? Have you ever tried, or do you?
I have not. I have not actually. I have
It
not.
sounds very it sounds very delicious
Yeah,
actually.
you can find the recipe online. I searched before
Uh,
because this is their home cooked dish as well.
so it's actually it's basically called I think manti. I
Manti, yeah,
yeah I
Monty,
do
not
not
Manti.
I do not know where the influence come by. Like, is it
From Central Asia.
Central
You know
Asia?
like the
Okay,
Silk Road. Yeah. So it
yeah. So
tastes a lot like our dumpling, but in mini size.
I would want to try
Go
that.
Google for it. Go Google
I,
for
I
it.
already I already did. I saw it. I was like, damn, I need this now. Okay, okay. So dump I'm so surprised that you actually mentioned Middle Eastern dumpling as a as a thing. You also mentioned there was another dish that in Turkey that you like, right? That
Yeah, the fish sandwich.
okay? Can you describe that?
Can I describe that? It's
And
basic
where do you had it actually? In the airport.
in no in this one no this one near Galata Bridge
Okay,
in the city in Istanbul itself.
okay,
So how does it taste like? Basically, it's just grilled fish
okay.
in bread.
Yeah.
So the
And what's
bread
up?
is it's not like our Malaysian roti lah.
Okay,
It's like a baguette. It's
okay.
half loaf of the baguette, and then topped with some cabbage, onion, and tomato.
That's like quite simple.
Yes,
Any
and the
spices on
best,
the plate? Oh,
not that I
you're
can
like
taste of.
you
I
are
don't think
digging
so. I
deeper
don't. I
into
don't know,
this.
but it. I don't know. It's quite fishy, but it's really nice when you have it with all the vegetable on it. And then when you sit down, you have to order this drink. I don't know the name of the drink. It's pickle.
Mhm.
It's just pickle and lots of the juice from the pickle. Can you imagine? When you look at it,
Your
it's like
drink.
so scary. Am I supposed to eat it or drink it or whatever? I tried. I tried to drink it while eating with that fish sandwich. It's really a good combination because when you're eating the grilled fish with the bread, it's really it's fishy. It's and the bread is heavy. So when you have that pickle drink, right? I don't
Mm.
think many people will like it, but I saw all the locals like everyone was drinking,
Okay.
so I had to try. So when I tried it, I really really love it. I understand why they have to go with that drink.
Is it like
It just
is it brine or is it like sour? I'm sure it's sourish, right?
it's
If it's
sour. It's very sour. It's very sour.
but is it
It's very
sweet?
sour. No,
It's just sour.
no. Yeah, it's just like when you have your beef burger, you need to have that pickle.
Okay.
But this one is a drink, but it's very refreshing. It's very very refreshing.
Oh, it's like very unexpected. Do you know what kind of fish are they using or
Mackerel,
mackerel?
mackerel,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I can just imagine the taste. So it's
Yeah,
like,
you
and so
can. And
it's a
with a
bit.
pickle drink, very refreshing pickle drink.
Are the vegetables fresh or are they like pickled vegetables? Like because like
Uh,
sometimes over there you get like a lot of the stuff like you get the kebabs that are either pickle or like that there are pickled vegetables in it, which I do
it's
like in
fresh.
my. It's fresh. Okay,
Yeah.
like, I would like oh there's a like I would like my shawarma and my falafel wrap actually. So like with some pickle in it, and it's like so nice. Basically, like I can.
Wow.
It it took me a while to find, but I found one in KL that is like oh has that taste. So yeah, it, but I
with
haven't
pickle
tried it.
is so with pickle is like so I don't know, it just makes you want to eat more of that that dish.
Do you like pickle at all?
Not uh with if I'm having a burger, yes. Not when it's I don't know, I hardly eat pickles. I'm not a
You're
pickle
not a
person. But
pickle.
yeah, I'm not a pickle person, but I don't mind having it.
I
But
actually
the one that came with the fish sandwich was really good.
like how big was the glass actually? Can you like do you
You know
know like
the plastic glass, the
the plastic
plastic
glass?
glass.
So we're looking about six like about six maybe about 6 inches or so like that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that
So okay,
much, that, that much of juice with some
and
pickle in it. But okay,
how much?
the pickle is I think it's white radish. I remember I saw some carrot and cabbage, something like that.
So there is actually other vegetables in the pickle. It's not just like the gherkins and
No, no,
etc.
no, no. It's not. Not that type.
Okay. Okay, that is quite interesting, and it's not sweet at all.
No,
I
it's
haven't
sour.
tasted.
It's sour and yeah, sour, salty, something like that. It's very
Is there
refreshing.
any? Is I'm actually surprised. Like, is there any sauce in the sandwich itself? That particular combo
No, no,
is
no.
wow. Okay, so it's grilled fish,
It's quite
vegetable,
dry. It's quite dry.
baguette, and you have to drink. You have to
No,
drink
no
like a that.
mustard sauce, no mayonnaise, nothing. No.
You, usually, I would think there would be hummus or yogurt or some kind of stuff over there.
What do you say?
I usually think there'll be hummus or yogurt over there.
No, no.
No. Oh man. That I would say that when I get back to Turkey, I will have to find that and try because I generally like pickle.
Mm,
Like it's not, but I usually take it as like a condiment and stuff like that. I don't mind like pickles at the side
mm,
or so on. So like for example, like going to Cat's Deli over in New York. Like when you order a Reuben sandwich or you order one of
mm,
their pastrami sandwich, they can ask like so it's like a about maybe about like a 5 cm long pickle that they serve at the site, which is like
mm-hmm.
it works well because you're eating so much meat and then it cuts through the thing. But yeah, I can imagine
Yeah.
right because of the fish, it's a bit dry. But I would
Mm.
expect there will be a bit more sauce and some kind of lubrication over it.
This is totally different thing. This is like you're drinking the juice
How many times
with
have you
some
guys?
pickle.
How many times you had the dumplings and the sandwich? Like how many times?
Every time that two trips that I went,
Uh-huh.
I had it.
And
Yeah.
so describe to me the so uh like how who brought you to the sandwich shop? Like was that something that someone mentioned or was it somewhere nearby?
Okay, the first trip because I was working with Turkish Airlines, right? So they have people who brought us around. So he was the one who introduced me all these really authentic local food.
Mhm.
So when I was there for the second time, I went there on my own.
Okay.
Basically, I was like traveling with my manager, just two of us in the
Okay.
city. And then, oh yeah, and another food that shocked us
Okay.
is, wait, I don't know the name. I actually wrote down. Uh, it's
I
called
want to.
midie dolma. Midie dolma. It's the stuffed mussel.
Oh, that's nice. That's really
That
nice.
yeah,
That
that was really nice. I remember my manager and I, right? When we walked past the shop a few times, we walked past. It was just next to our hotel. And then we said, why is there so many people eating mussels?
Mhm.
So we decided to try it one night.
Yeah.
So they said, there are about 50 mussels in one tub.
Mhm.
And two of us say, okay, just one tub. Because it's
Yeah.
50 mussels, right? And the boss he was looking at us like, that's all? Kind of expression. He said, yeah, it's enough. After that tub, we say not enough. And we ordered another 2 more tubs.
It's that good, ah. I like it, but
It was
I
really good.
was
No, because everyone around us, right? Everyone have their own tub. So when two of us sharing that one tub, everyone was just staring at us like, what, what,
I,
what?
I
Only one tub, kind of look.
I have to clarify that your manager is a girl. So
Yes.
yeah. So I do not know which manager is this one, but I do not want to assume the amount that you
This
guys
one
can
is
eat.
Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel.
I do not know whether Rachel eats.
Rachel.
I don't know whether Rachel eats a lot, but I assume
Yes.
not. Basically.
We both eat a lot.
Oh, really? Like
But
eat the
yeah,
muscle or in
I mean
general.
the muscles, like, okay, the thing that, because we never had that, right? And
Mm.
when I was there for the first time, I mean my first trip to Turkey, they didn't introduce this dish to us, and I didn't know anything about this. So the second time I was there, when we found out about this, we were so happy, we were like, wow, we came to the right place, kind of, yeah.
And
We
when
didn't
when you
expect.
were
We
describe the shop actually, like describe how the shop looked like.
I can't remember the name of the shop,
Hmm. Was it
but when I put it on my Instagram story,
uh,
everyone was like, telling me that, oh, this place is so famous, blah blah blah. You managed to get in.
so it's a restaurant, right? It's a proper restaurant.
Right at the roadside.
Okay. And
Proper restaurant. Yes, it is. It is. Mm.
but what is the mussel stuffed with actually?
It's sticky rice. Like seriously, like lo mai gai.
Okay. For our listener that doesn't
Isn't
know what Long Mai Kai.
you know? Okay, wait. It's not like you open up the shell and then you
Mhm.
see lo mai gai in
Yeah.
it. No, you see the muscle, and the lo mai gai is inside the muscle,
Must.
the flesh. Like, and I was so amazed, right? We were trying to like open up, like, how do they do that? So much work.
Okay. To re-describe again. First thing first, let's go back to Long Mai Kai. Long Mai Kai over in Southeast Asia is essentially glutinous rice. Uh,
Yeah.
in mostly a metal bowl where the bottom of the metal bowl has like chicken and pork, mushroom and stuff like that. But
Yes.
the glutinous rice is actually is cooked with soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and it's you have this like sweet sticky texture, and you steam it basically.
Yes.
And the way you eat it, you're supposed to you
Yeah.
scrape the whole rice out from the bowl, and it's on. So you just eat it like a upside down bowl rice, where the meat is on top and the rice is bottom. You're talking so the mussel has glutinous rice, is it?
Yes. Inside the muscle, the flesh. No.
So the mussel comes
So you can't
in the
see the rice at all.
so the mussel is essentially like it comes in the shell, correct? Or this one don't have shell.
Come with the shell.
So you open the shell and you see the mussel, then you bite
Basically,
into
when the mussels are cooked, right, the shells are already open, correct? So we can
yeah,
see
correct.
the flesh, correct? So that's
Yeah.
what you see.
Mhm.
So when we eat it, we thought this is just mussels. Why is everyone queuing for this? Of course, we were not queuing. I know we were quite lucky. But when we put it in our mouth, we were like, huh? There's rice. There's sticky rice, and it actually is like, oh my god, I'm not kidding.
So essentially it's like some sort of sticky rice. Like what would be the flavor of this actually?
Steamed mussel with lo mai kai. I'm not kidding. This is exactly how I tasted it.
So you're trying to describe it's like a sweet.
Nothing, yes, nothing special, but yet it's very special because they stuff. Imagine, somebody stuffed their lo mai kai into that mussel.
So is this more of a texture? Is that this more of a texture thing to you, or is the taste like which would it be? Like because
It's the
there are
taste.
some.
It tastes really nice. It tastes really nice.
I would expect it to be a bit more smoke. Like there's a bit more smokiness to it. Like basically, I think they steam
No.
they steam.
Yes.
And you're supposed to eat it with like it's supposed to be drenched with lemon and.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually do not know how they stuff the mussel
Okay.
because
Don't ask. Okay. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what's in the rice because it really looked like lo mai kai. So I cannot
but
say
does it taste like oh my god? But
they
does
put.
it taste?
Yeah, that it does. It tastes like the lo mai kai rice.
So essentially,
That
it's like
glutinous rice.
glutinous rice. It's basically
I
glutinous
believe
rice.
it's not soy sauce. I believe it's not. Yeah, I believe the brown color glutinous rice that
Okay.
is
Usually,
stuffed in is not. I don't think it's soy sauce. I believe it's something else. I don't know. I never done any research on this.
so usually they would probably have like pine nuts or some kind of like bits and stuff in it, the rice, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, but it also depends on the shop. Like some shop just put the like I think I've seen some shops what they do is they don't stuff the rice in the mussel itself, but what they do is put the mussel on top of the rice and serve it in the shell. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. This one has no skill then.
I yeah
If that right will not amaze you. What will amaze you is when they stuff the rice into the mussel.
yeah. So you were both amazed with the technique and also
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
taste and the
Yes.
texture. It is
I'm not kidding. We actually started laughing. When we put it in our mouth. It's delicious. We laugh not because it's not nice. We laugh because wow, how come mussel with lo mai kai,
It is no, it is quite. It's something. I think this is something quite fairly traditional over in Turkey, and
Yeah.
uh,
Yes.
it's one of those things that like if you okay. So if you ask me whether like I would recommend, I'm like yeah, when you're there, you're there. But I would never. It's not something that like like personally for me, it's like oh you have to like I have to make it here to eat. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Okay,
know.
we
It's
won't make it here.
maybe I have to go to the same shop
I
that you.
I don't think we have. Yes, I don't think we have the technique to do it. So forget it.
So the muscles are the muscles are fairly decent sized muscles. I would say maybe about like 3 inches, like three
Yeah.
inches big, and so on. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's it's nice lah. Like I really like it, but yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I did a search on your pickle drink. Basically,
Uh-huh.
I think there's one thing you forgot to describe the color,
Which one?
the pickle
Oh, is
drink.
it? Oh, it's the first time I was there. It
Mm.
looks a bit pinkish, orangey,
Yeah,
pinkish. I don't know, a weird color. But the
yeah.
second time I was there, it was darker color. So I think it depends what kind of vegetable they made it with. I believe, I don't know.
I think usually not like looking at it. I think usually it's supposed to be like a red tone. I think that's why I never end up drinking it because I thought it was like like it looks like something like oh yeah I probably would not like I might not know and I thought it's cordial. You know what I mean? It looks like
Yeah.
it looks like
Yes, yes,
it looks like
yes,
rose syrup.
yes, yes.
But until you know there is pickle in it, like it
Mm,
will never occur to me like oh this might be interesting because it like in Malaysia when we have like street markets and stuff like that the vendors will be serving cordial. It'll be usually like rose syrup,
mm.
so it'll be sweet and mostly it's just sugar basically. So visually it looked like that to me,
Look at
like
no, it's
visually it would
totally
never be
different.
something. Yeah, it'll be like it won't be something I walk past and like this pink color, this pink thing, I will want to try it, you know. Yeah, but it's actually,
But
I, I will take your
but
word and go the next time.
the
Go
one
ahead.
we have here is milky, is it? The one we have it here is milky, but over there it's not. So you will know it's pickle. Maybe no one introduced that drink to you, so you didn't order. You probably order soft drinks or water.
I usually just order water. Like it wasn't in my
Yeah.
list of like things to.
Eh,
Sorry, go
to
ahead.
try.
Yeah, it wasn't in my list of things to go try. I I I would say yeah, definitely go for the mussels. Like that's definitely a must. I'm so I'm so curious about the sandwich and the pickle drink now because like I can imagine how it will taste like. Like I'll probably like usually stuff over there is probably either lightly seasoned and like so you won't have you won't have too much spices maybe in terms of the grill for that grilled fish sandwich. But yeah, I'm so curious about it now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And the
we,
I had a fish sandwich at the 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 boat
mhm,
the boat fish sandwich, and
okay,
it's no longer there.
okay.
The boat is no longer there
It,
since last November or
okay.
December. I can't remember. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised in terms of yeah they call it balik and meg. I think it's like fish bread
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's such a simple looking dish and yeah it's but I guess I didn't have the full combo. I did not have the pickle juice and also the pickle juice and the fish. So
Yeah.
be,
Without the pickle
be,
juice, right? You have tried the sandwich, have you?
I tried the sandwich. It's just okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's just very dry, right? It's dry. It's the fish itself is delicious, but it's
And
kind
it's
of
nothing
dry.
special. Like it's nothing special. Like
Yes. But
it's
with the
like
pickle drink,
I think
With
it's
the pickle
something that
drink, it is very, very nice.
I think it's
I
something that
love it.
I would do. Yeah, I would say probably it's something that I would go and eat if I'm hungry, but not like, oh, I have to go and eat this sandwich thing, you know? Like now you make me want to go there and eat there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because we walk from Galata all the way to the end of the bridge. So that's where the fish sandwich is. So I think that's why everyone will stop by and eat it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides turkey, I think earlier we were talking about this, and you mentioned a particular Malaysian dish is your favorite. Is it real or you're just joking with me? I mean,
Which one?
roti
Wait.
canai.
Oh, no, no. No, of course not. Okay, I love roti canai. Uh, okay, Malaysian dish. My favorite a lot, Char kway teow, Hokkien mee, bak kut teh. You see, I'm so Chinese. uh, of course, nasi lemak.
Okay,
Uh,
let's go with bak kut teh because you're a Klang girl per se. So
yeah.
it's like your Klang is this like port city in like Peninsular Malaysia, and they are famous for bak kut teh. Like when did you first discover bak kut teh? Do you remember?
Since
Like
I was born.
do you remember your first
I
shop, or was
think.
it like eating at home, or like just like people your
Okay,
parents?
not eating at home. Not eating at home. Because back then we could only eat bak kut teh at the shop.
Okay.
We don't cook it at home. We don't have those packet for you to cook at home, back then. It's only these 10, 15 years we have that. My first shop is just around the neighborhood.
Does the shop still
Just
exist?
around the neighborhood. Like no, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
And okay, so I feel like this is such a Klang thing that like when you're from Klang, you have to like bak kut teh. Like when did you know that you actually end up liking bak kut teh? First bite?
I, I have no idea when was my first bite of bak kut teh. I believe I was being fed bak kut teh the moment I'm able to eat solid food.
Fair enough.
I
And
believe,
and
yeah.
I I would not dispute that too. Can you describe bak kut teh? Can you describe bak kut teh for our audience who are not from Malaysia? What is bak kut teh? And bear in mind, there's actually a Singapore variant of bak kut teh, and it's like which is different.
Okay, that's out. That's very out. Cannot.
Okay, like
Okay. I hope you don't have Singaporean audience here.
we do, but it like no, I
Okay,
mean
never mind. They should know this.
you
They should know this. Clang Bak Kut Teh is the best. Full stop.
okay. So before you proceed to describe the thing, I think historically, according to a news report or so on previously, that the 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 person claimed that bak kut teh come from Klang because the shop that started it, the guy name is Tay, and that's why it's there. And I went to try the supposedly original shop of bak kut teh.
Have
But
you?
yeah, I went there. It's okay, let me. It was this old shop, and then they only serve they only serve like the big bone type of bak kut teh, and they serve with white rice, and
That is
yeah,
the
it's
original. That is
yeah.
original, you see.
Mm,
Back then we didn't have the clay pot.
mm.
It was
So
come with small bowls of different parts of the meat. I mean the
okay,
pork. Yeah.
so yeah, let's describe bak kut teh. Let's figure out. So I think the general thing people know is bak kut teh as in ro gu cha, as in the that's what they're supposed to say, which is basically pork broth tea. I think that's the best translation. And
Pork
like
broth
how?
because you have it with tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. I thought that the thing was a tea. I didn't know you're
Yeah,
supposed to like.
because you have the dish with tea. That's why it's called bak kut teh. Yeah.
Okay, and like how you describe the taste, because the
Mm.
taste so it's quite unique. Like it's so unique, basically.
Is it unique? I don't know because I grew up in Klang. This is like our everyday food. We have it. We literally have it every day, every breakfast. We don't
And
have it for lunch. We don't have it for dinner. We have it for breakfast. So it's kind
and
of weird for us from Klang
uh,
to when we see people from outside Klang to have bak kut teh for lunch and dinner. It's kind of weird for us, but now we are used to it now. Yeah, and I believe most of the Klang people we do not eat bak kut teh out of Klang. I
yes,
still don't.
I think you don't actually.
Right? Do,
Yes.
I don't. I mean, your Klang friends are they the same? Because most
So
of my Klang friends are the same.
the
We
other
don't
day,
eat bak kut teh
the
outside
other day
of Klang.
I had lunch with a friend from Klang. We had so she's from Klang, and she's like so proud about Klang. And we were supposed to eat Mexican food, okay? And she came over and said like, yeah, I just had bak kut teh for breakfast. I'm like, really? And yet you still want to eat Mexican? So yeah, because my dad wanted to eat bak kut teh, so we went to eat. And so like bak kut teh is like this like pork broth, and the broth is like it's dark in color, and it's like
Yeah,
there's like
it's
a lot of herbal taste,
herbs. Herbs. Yeah.
and it's like Chinese medicinal herbs, right?
Yes, but it doesn't taste like that. It doesn't taste herbal.
Mhm.
You know, like when we boil the herbal chicken soup, it tastes
Mhm.
very herbal, but not for bak kut teh.
How would you describe a good bak kut teh? How would you like like think of the taste? Like, like
This is
is it?
this it's very
I know you're so
subjective. Some people
you're
like the soup to be very thick. Some people like it to be very more I won't say
like.
dilute. That's not the word for it. Dilute means it tastes really um some bak kut teh when after you drink the soup, it has some sort of stickiness that leave in your mouth. Some people like
Okay.
that. Some people doesn't like that. There
Mhm.
are shops who actually serve the sticky type. You probably don't realize. If I mention the name, you will know. You will know like that place is actually sticky. Yeah, it gives some sticky finishing. I prefer the other type, the lighter one, but it has
Mhm.
to taste um flavorful. It has to have the thickness.
Mhm. Is it the
Um,
color must be dark, or is that going to be brownish, or when the one that
the
you have?
color is the same. Actually, all the colors are the same. Very
So it's like
similar.
a brown. It's like
Very
a
similar.
dark brown color, like almost like the caramelized onion color. Yeah, well, it's
They
that
are all
color. What?
very dark brown. They're all very dark brown.
It's that color.
They're
It's
all
that
very
color.
dark brown. Okay, I notice when I see the bak kut teh being served in Subang Jaya or PJ or KL, right?
Basically, not Clang.
Very, it's quite, it's very watery. Like they use the bak kut teh soup and mix with water like that. That kind of taste.
So to me, the bak kut teh has one distinct taste. It's basically come from the tong guai. I think it's tong guai, right? I think that's the Chinese herb. I do not know what is it called, But
No, I
I feel like that's like the
I
distinctive
don't
for
think
bak kut teh.
so though.
I have to
I
search it.
really feel that the bak kut teh outside of Klang, it has very strong herbal taste. But the one in
Okay,
Klang doesn't have that strong herbal taste.
like the bak kut teh in Klang is more brothy, is it? Like because I mean the
Mm.
origin of the origin of this dish supposedly is meant for okay, let me get the origin of this dish is supposed to be like for
So hard to
the
describe bak.
I know that's why this is
It's so
that's why
hard
this
to describe bak kut teh. Like, come and think about how I answer your question. You know, the difference between bak kut teh.
okay,
Broth.
let's
I'm
let's
like,
let,
oh
let,
my
let's
god.
let's get back, let's circle back to what do you eat bak kut teh with?
Huh? What do I eat bak kut teh with? With
Ah,
bak kut teh rice.
like, okay, what is bak kut teh rice?
Bak kut teh rice is that
It's white rice?
fried
No,
shallot. No, it's
fried
fried
shell.
shallot rice,
Ah,
right? What you call that in Chinese? I don't
uh,
know.
so because I come from Malacca and
What's the
our
name?
bak
So what's the name of the rice? I call bak kut
no,
teh rice.
we
Oh
okay.
no.
I do not know how to describe. I don't know. Okay, so let me describe what I usually have the type of rice I have in Malacca, my
Mm,
hometown for bak kut teh. So our bak kut teh, our bak kut teh is again is a bit more herbally. It's there's a nice
mm,
sweetness to it. Like there's a but it's not a sweet broth. It's just like there's a very strong umami and sweet taste over it. And the rice itself is actually yam rice. Like they basically fry like yam or I think
okay. Okay.
English called
When you say
tapioca. Right?
bak kut teh go with the rice, right?
Yeah.
My mom at home, we do cook this rice
Okay.
and go with bak kut teh. But the real bak kut teh itself, the real bak kut teh dish is just bak kut teh and the bak kut teh rice
So it's
and tea.
fried shallot. Is it fried shallot and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And the condiments is okay. I like the condiments, but I don't know how authentic that is for you. Yeah, it's also very garlicky. I think
It is
the
not.
for the Malacca one. Like,
Yeah. Slightly. Yes. Slightly. Yes.
but it's not the pungent garlic taste. It's a very subtle sweet garlic taste. If that's correct, I don't know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And you usually at the site, like what are the condiments you have for bak kut teh?
I just like bak kut teh with bak kut teh rice and tea. Okay, maybe with youtiao. Maybe with youtiao.
So
Yeah, that's
so
all. I mean, because
yeah,
we
that's
grew up eating bak kut teh like this. So if you
mm.
ask me how I like my bak kut teh to be, this is how
No, it's
I
okay.
like. But of course, now when we have bak kut teh with friends, we will order some other side dishes. You know, like the dry bak kut teh. The dry bak kut teh was invented many years later. Okay, also from Klang. I, I can tell you which shop. I don't know the name of the shop, but I can bring you there.
I, 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 I think I know which one is near the Chinese Association where people having wedding one, right?
No,
No, okay,
no,
I might be wrong.
no.
Uh, I don't understand dry bak kut teh at all. Like I really try it. I don't understand it. Like it feels like dry pork, stir fry pork, calling it itself bak kut teh.
Yeah, exactly. So I
I
will order
okay.
that and
Mm.
maybe some vegetable dish. You know, some other new and modern dishes that they came up with just to please everyone.
Will you order bak kut teh with ham choy? Like
No, I won't.
salted vegetable. So yours is like literally very authentic. Essentially, it's just like bak kut teh, rice, shallot, rice with like shallot. It's just basically white rice with shallot. Like I think that's the. Then do you take it? Do you take it with black soya sauce? So you have like
The
you have
what?
chili,
Soya
right?
sauce? The ducks.
Dark soya sauce. Yeah,
Yeah, have it with no, just have it with chili and garlic.
chili and garlic. I know soya sauce.
Yeah,
Okay.
and soya
Uh,
sauce.
okay. Then it's actually quite like usually for me, like my personal preference for bak kut teh would be I don't like the rice, so I always eat the youtiao. Like youtiao is the main dish, bak kut teh soup is the secondary thing over it.
Mm.
Yeah, I would go at.
Ah, okay. I like it with
Okay,
youtiao as well.
let's say like you have a friend coming out from coming to abroad and you want to introduce bak kut teh, and you want to bring the person to a bak kut teh shop. Like, would you tell them in advance like, okay, uh, this is this is clang dish?
Yes. I won't tell what are we going to eat, but I'm going to say
Okay.
this is something that we eat for breakfast every day.
Have
I
you
mean, I don't
have
live
you
in
brought,
Klang now. I don't live in Klang now, so I don't eat bak kut teh very often these days. Only when I go back to Klang.
have you brought any like foreign friends over to bak kut teh, and what were their impression of it?
Never ever one of them dare to tell me it's not nice.
I I have a
Okay, so
Japanese
far everyone say they love it. Everyone say they love it so far.
I have a Japanese friend. Uh, he would come to Malaysia specifically requesting us to bring them to Klang Bak Kut Teh. Yeah, like he loves it so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like he don't call it Bak Kut Teh, he call it Bakut. Now it's like, what is Bakut? Like so yeah. I think I brought him there a few times just to eat Bak Kut Teh. But okay, don't be so happy also. He also like the Singaporean type of Bak Kut Teh,
Mm.
which is very weird because Singaporean type of bak kut teh is different. There is a very similar type to Malaysian one, but that's the most of the time when I see it is a bit more peppery. Like it's a bit more white pepper.
It's just like the Singapore bak kut teh. Okay, I've only tried once. I
Mhm.
had a few sip and I refused to eat it. I'm not a fussy person, but when you say that is bak kut teh and you give me bak kut teh, you don't give me the tu tau teng, you know.
Okay, two daughter.
It's
What?
not the same.
Yes, it's not the same.
So if you tell me this is tu tau teng and teh, okay, I will say this is delicious. But you don't tell me this is bak kut teh but tastes like tu tau teng, then I will say not nice.
Okay,
It's not bak kut teh.
two daughter itself
Yeah.
is also there's also, so I think one of the things we miss out on bak kut teh like is essentially which part of the pork do you eat?
Oh, I always love the 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 fattier the better. Okay, I always go for the legs.
Okay, you always go for the leg, and so it's like the big bone. It's the big bone one, right?
Yeah,
The dog good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, when you were growing up, when you were eating bak kut teh, was there intestine? Since we were talking about two dog tongue,
Yes,
okay, do you
yes,
like it?
yes.
I
I used to love it when I was a kid. I had my bak kut teh because it's served in small bowls, right? I would
yeah,
just order the
like it's a
intestines
hand
and the
size.
soup.
It's a hand sized bowl basically. It's like just you do up a fist. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's not that big. Like
yes,
the whole one.
yeah. It's not. Yeah.
So you say when you were young.
Mm-hmm. So I will only order the intestine and the soup. I'm glad you brought this up because that is my memory of bak kut teh when I was young.
Okay.
I love the intestines. I eat it every day.
Is it the big one or the small one? And was the intestine cheaper back in that day?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I remember it was smaller.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing special
And
actually. I just like the
why?
texture. I just like how chewy it was. So I kept eating it. I like something chewy. It's that's why I don't like. Uh, I'm not a porridge person because I love chewy stuff.
Okay.
Mm.
And probably
I
that's why
also
you like.
love tu tao teng. I love tu tao teng, but I like tu tao teng, but I don't like when tu tao teng is being called bak kut teh.
Tu Teng essentially is pork large intestine soup, right? And it's a peppery soup, usually without herb, without any of the herb, without garlic or anything.
Mhm.
It's mostly it's mostly pork broth
Pork
um,
broth with pepper.
with pepper. Yes,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
it's I don't like that at all. That I have to confess, like most Malaysian Chinese, they people will assume that Malaysian Chinese will like bak kut teh, but I don't like bak kut teh. But it's not that you give me,
I
I'm okay.
I know because when I first met you many years ago
Mm,
during TED Talk, you told me
yeah,
about this. You said, "Oh, Sam, you're from Klang, then you must like bak kut teh." I said yes, and then you told me, "Oh, by the way, I don't like bak kut teh." So I remember this.
I I know, but it's such a weird expectation because most non-Chinese Malaysian will think like if you're Chinese in Malaysia, you will like bak kut teh. Like it's like the default
Oh,
dish people think about because it's like Malaysia is mostly a Muslim country and uh, pork is mostly eaten by the Chinese, and so they and bak kut teh is like the bak kut teh and char siu are like the poster child of Chinese food, and most people will think that I will love it, but I yeah, that's why I'm very weird about bak kut teh. Like I don't like. It's not that I hate it. It's like I don't like it. Like I don't have a. I go Klang not to eat bak kut teh. I go Klang to eat the pai kwat, which is
right.
the how would I describe that? It's like a deep
The Pai Kwat
fried,
fun.
yeah, deep fried pork rib
Yes.
with
Where is it?
Uh, the one that I go to used to be at the riverside near the old the
Oh,
Indian
cinema.
cinema, yeah, old cinema there, and they moved to a new shop.
Yeah.
They used to have like
Yes.
soya bean in recycled bottles. Like so they will have like Coke bottles, they'll pour soya bean on it when you order or soya sauce bottle or whatever bottles
Yeah.
they can find, and when you order the soy milk, it comes bottle. Like so, you serve you a bottle of like maybe it could be a vinegar bottle with soya milk. I love that. I love that. That place
Yes.
is
I
used
know.
to be so dirty and run down.
I used to go there I almost every day, not every day, but almost every day in my 20s, yeah.
They now moved to
Seriously. Oh, but I stopped going after they moved.
yeah, because the place they move is a bit hard to access. It's near, strangely, it's near to the mosque,
Oh,
and yeah,
I
but
haven't been to their new place.
I went there the other day. Food is not as nice as I remember. It's still like I still eat memory lah. Essentially, it's still nostalgic to me. But the price, like the price is so cheap.
It's so no, is are the couple still doing it? The
Yes, it's the
uncle
son
and
now.
auntie?
Yeah, it's the son now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, So you see the picture of the son. I think I saw the uncle. I was speaking to the uncle, and then the uncle said they moved there for a very long time already.
Yeah, it has been, I think, 15, 16 years
Yeah,
since I got
it's been
married. They didn't. Yeah, I remember that was like almost the same time. That's why I didn't go there anymore.
it's a bit hard to
Yeah,
it's a bit hard to get.
we
Yeah.
call that we call Pai Kut Peng lah. You know, in Klang you call that place Pai Kut Peng. We have no idea the name of the shop.
Neither do
Go
I.
eat Pai Kut
Yeah,
Peng and everyone will be there. Right.
but I
They
took
don't
a
have a
photo
name,
of that.
right?
They got name. They do have name. Let me search for you. I do not.
Even the old place. The old place.
Yeah.
The old place I don't recall. I can't remember.
The old place don't really have a name. So it's called Peng Hyong Hakka Pai Kut.
Ah. What are
Yeah,
the other dishes that you order when you were there?
I ordered they had the time when I went there, I ordered the ham choy, the salted, the
Yeah.
Assam, how I describe that. This is like salted vegetable cooked in some kind of
The shin
tangerine sauce, I think. Yeah, tamarind sauce.
shin choy.
Shin choy, yes, correct. I also ordered the ji yun, the deep fried pork ball, and I think and of course the soy milk, because I was there alone. I went to Klang to went to a factory to get some stuff, and I was like, hey, it's not that far. Let's go and try. And when I went there, I'm like, oh, it's not as I remember. Still good. One person I ordered quite a fair amount of dish. I think I pay less than 10 ringgit. I was like, what is it? And that is like 250 USD. It's like, what is it? Sorry, it's about 2 USD. It's like, this is like a complete meal with drinks and everything. I'm like paying 2 USD for it. It's like so cheap.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's.
Oh, I thought they will charge much more after they move.
I actually thought the price was more expensive before they moved. Like, but maybe because I remember it wrongly. But when I went there, I was like, this is so cheap. Honestly, for 10 ringgit in KL, I don't think you can get some stuff, but the amount of dishes that I had is quite a fair bit. So it's I think it's worth it that if I were to drive there just to eat that again, I probably would do it. Yeah. Like it's something that I would definitely
for
go.
Pai Kut Peng I would as well. I would. I forgot about Pai Kut Peng. How could I?
That's why we are talking.
I haven't been there for 15, 16 years. That's why.
Well,
I should go back there again.
When things clear up, I think we can go there and eat. I don't mind because it's I really like that. I will go Klang for that. Like that like back in the day, like when I was younger, like going to Klang is what, maybe about a half an hour, 45 minutes drive from KL. So it's like, yeah, it's worth the trip for that. Whereas most other Malaysians will be, let's go to Klang for Bak Kut Teh, and I will be like, let's go there for Pai Kut Peng. Yeah, it's definitely that. Okay, Sam, thanks a lot for sharing. Like I probably want to get. Okay, I probably want to try to get you on another time to talk about other food, because I do know you have a few interesting culinary experience, namely in Thailand.
Oh, Gagan.
Yes, we'll save that. We'll save that for a future episode in terms of that, because I think that it's not only the food, but it was just the whole experience of it. Basically, it was like quite amazing.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to recall.
Not the outside of restaurant experience, but the whole experience of Gagans. Basically. Okay, thanks a lot, Sam. I don't don't think you need a plug, but where can people find out like all the beautiful food art that you do for your for your lovely daughter and the other stuff that you do now? Like, what are you doing now actually?
What
Like,
am I
are you
doing now?
Yes.
I've been self-quarantined at home. I'm not kidding. It has been a month.
Okay.
I've not been out.
Okay.
I've not been out because of
COVID.
there are people around me who got COVID, so I have to go for tests. I don't have any close contact with anybody, but just doing my part. So I went for the test. My husband went for the test. So I've been home for a month.
And what are the projects you've been working on?
So
Because
if you ask me what have I been, so if you ask me what I've been doing, I have not been doing anything besides cooking at home for my family. Not much, because I can't really go out and get what I need to do for my projects.
so in the early
So
lockdown, you
everything
were
has been on hold.
yeah. In the early
Or
lockdown,
before
you were
lockdown, during early lockdown, I was cooking a lot and creating, not creating, I mean, I film a lot of what I cook, and I posted them on Instagram. Yeah.
what's your Instagram
Some
again?
really simple recipes, very simple recipes. My Instagram, Samantha. Please go
Samantha.
follow me.
Please follow her. She got not enough followers.
Please follow me.
And
no, enough, please.
and like in terms of like stuff like projects that you are working on, anything that you want to plug?
Anything?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Anything you want to promote?
Anything I want to promote? I don't know. I'm the lousiest promoter in the whole wide world. I have no idea how to talk about my own stuff, to be honest.
Okay.
Just go to my Instagram, follow me. I don't update very often.
Actually, when you go and like, have you archived your previous cooking video on the Insta story?
Yes, I did. Which one?
Like a lot of them,
The
like
ginger, the those from my story. They were
yeah.
actually very casual cooking. There's no recipe, but because everyone was asking me like, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? Because they all look really, really simple.
I think the one that got
So
very was the souffle egg, right?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
No, I think after that was the burnt cheesecake.
Burnt cheesecake. Okay. Burnt cheesecake.
Because that's
yeah,
the one that everyone noticed. This is so easy to make.
It is.
I've been telling people. I mean, when it first came to Malaysia a couple of years ago, right? And we could only have it in lot 10. That was like 20 or 25 ringgit per slice. And I was like,
25.
hello, this thing so easy to bake. Yeah.
I have
And
to
then
say, go ahead. Sorry.
what is it?
No, I have to say the lot 10 one is quite worth paying. I love it. I love
It
the
is.
lot 10.
It is very delicious. Yep. I don't know what other people add in their burnt cheesecake. I feel there are some places they probably added too much flour or some other maybe baking powder, or I don't know. The texture has been a bit different. Not all, they all taste good, but the texture wise.
Yeah, that's a very texture centric dish, but it's again
Mhm.
it's super easy to make. It's
Yes.
yeah,
And
if you want.
it's a Spanish dessert. And I like authentic dishes. I'm someone who loves authentic dishes. So there's something that I don't really understand is when people started to add matcha into their burnt cheesecake.
You are
Okay,
commenting because I show
okay,
you. You're commenting because I show you a photo of this.
okay.
Okay. Let's
No, no, not because of the photo you show me. Not because of the photo you show me. It has
in
been
general.
months. I think since May, a lot of people
Mhm.
started baking burnt cheesecake, and I started to see matcha chocolate in the burnt cheesecake. I don't know. I don't think in Spain you really get to see that.
You should add Valencia orange flavor into it because it's like yeah, could be.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just like when
I
you have paella, and
Mhm.
a lot of people add chorizo to their paella. It's not
Oh,
supposed to be.
you didn't go there. Okay. Okay.
Ah,
I so
okay.
I would let's end there, and I'll ask you one final question on the three things like will you travel back for your dumplings and sandwich? Like how high of a possibility is that when we can travel?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And
Yes.
Clang, I
Of
don't need to
course.
say because Clang is like I don't need to ask that question. That is like
Yeah.
what you thinking? It's like so. It's I know you don't stay in Klang, but it's still fairly near enough that you can, if you can
Yeah.
travel, you can drive that. So
Yes.
okay,
I still
thanks
eat
a
bak
lot.
kut teh once a month. Okay. Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
Daniel.
Sam. And
Thank you.
please follow her on Instagram, Lee Samantha. Yeah, yeah. She don't have much follower. Yeah, please send your support to
Oh,
her.
should I leave or what?
No, it's okay. I will just end the podcast now. So, all right. See you. Bye.
Okay, bye.